For all of us here in prime time, we feel bereft as one of our finest colleagues has left this world so prematurely. But far more importantly is the body of work she was responsible for during her illustrious career. Groundbreaking television series such as States of Fear and programmes like Cardinal Secrets that changed Irish society forever. So let's look back at just some of her work.
In my case, I kind of fell into journalism. You know, that if you're actually casting around to looking at what is wrong with a society, which I think is a fundamental duty that everybody has, and it never occurred to me not to do it. A lot of what drove us to expose the heroin epidemic was really about that. It was that this is yet another insult that this community has to face, and it's not good enough that we turn our backs, that we walk away.
Sadism and starvation are not words one expects to find in Department of Education files. This is the first time they have ever been seen publicly.
Frightened. I was so frightened. I went green and I was literally shaking, literally heading for a nervous breakdown at the age of 13.
You get out of the bath wet, and she had a big leather strap, and she would hit you. Well, not hit you, just lay into you with this leather strap on your wet flesh, where it couldn't be seen.
It would be hard to overstate the extent of the response because it was immense. It took us by surprise. There was a huge outpouring of anger, of grief, of guilt. What television can do, if you get it right, is it can concentrate and focus a story at a particular time that make people face it and make people furious. So it was a question of constructing a series of programs that wouldn't allow people to go back into denial again. In other words, that the body of evidence would be so overwhelming that it could not be denied anymore.
The egregious nature of the cover-up, the collusion among the clergy, where they have stonewalled and isolated the victims. There's no excuse for this. You know, there's something radically wrong.
They didn't all know everything, but they all knew enough that they should have passed information to the Gardaí. There's an absolute duty to people in their current diocese, and as you say, quite rightly, there's a duty to the people of Dublin, but crucially there's a duty to the people of Ireland.
Lourdes Hospital obstetrician Dr. Michael Neary performed a staggering total of 39 caesarean hysterectomies in a 6-year period during the 1990s.
Right throughout the middle decades of the 20th century, Ireland led the world in locking up more of its people per capita in psychiatric institutions than anywhere else.
I enjoyed writing, and I enjoyed particularly finding out about things. Kind of an insatiable curiosity. It's a perfect match made in heaven.